Well, hello. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. I'm Jonathan. For those of you guys that have never watched any of these shows, and for some reason the YouTube gods decided to put it in front of you, thank you for being here. For everyone else that knows me, hi, and welcome back to the last show of 2020. Yeah, I know, teardrop. One of the downfalls of doing live shows is that I don't have my awesome editor Nods to just put these graphics, because he would have put a tear right now. You know, I know him. Guys, thank you for being here. Let me start by going into some lighthearted news. I don't want to end the last show on such, dark, clouded stuff. So today I'm going to give you guys a quick update, kind of like I told you so a little bit. And for that, we have to turn to a story where by now, if you don't know, and if you're in the US, of course, you will know that at one point we were this close to getting $2,000 with the second stimulus package, which now has been officially, you can kind of say, blocked by Mitch McConnell, right? Which I had mentioned him before on the video before this one, where I said that, hey, yeah, Trump, came out and, is pushing for it. Trump has said, hey, this is too small, too low, whatever the $600 was or is. He tweeted that when it had just, gotten proposed. And then it went back and the House said, okay, fine, let's go to the $2,000. Now, I think they did that well knowing that Mitch McConnell in the Senate was going to block it, right? Or do something for it not to move forward. Now, I want to bring it forward, not to say, ha, I told you so. No. Really, I want to point out one thing that I actually got into a conversation, a little bit of a back and forth with what I consider someone a good friend, right? Somebody that's one of my friends on Facebook. And he's like, hey, man, you're supposed to be, have no bias, be unbiased over this whole, Corona stimulus. And I got to say this, right? And I'll tell everybody else, right? Whoever's watching here, whoever will watch, and it will have a similar thought as he did, which is, listen, I may not need, right, the $2,000. I'm not saying that every single person deserves $2,000. I'm not saying that the $600 is not a good amount of money. I'm not saying any of that. What I am saying is this, okay? There's a lot of people that are not in the situation that I'm in, right, that I'm blessed to be in. There's a lot of people right now that $2,000 can be life-changing, right? Is that the majority of the U.S. population? Probably not. But I think that is a good chunk. I think there's a lot of people right now that for one reason or another, they don't have as much money in their pockets because maybe there's not as much overtime if they have a job. Maybe they cut their hours. For that matter, maybe their spouses got laid off. Maybe they got laid off. And then if you're in a situation like I am, where you do have sort of like a job, you have your business, both have significantly decreased, right? Again, do I personally need it? Am I, I don't know, stomping my legs my feet in the ground and saying, where's my $2,000? No. But I do see, many people out there that definitely do need this stimulus. And I think it's really crappy, right? Because one thing that we got to consider and we got to ask ourselves is, I wonder if these, bureaucrats took a hit like we did, like a lot of us. Right. I don't consider myself to be this, this gigantic, influencer with a lot of money or this rich person or, somebody was born with a golden spoon in hand or the silver platter or whatever. No, I do consider myself to be just another guy. I've said that many times. Right. I work hard for what I have. I do consider that many people work as hard as I do. Right. Maybe even more. And they do deserve, right, a stimulus of the at least for what Trump was suggesting, right? And here we have someone like Mitch McConnell, who, let's be honest, he's just another rich dude, right? And has been in government, by the way, for many, many decades. I don't think that he's like, oh man, I also need $2,000, but we got to block this because we have really good reasons to block it. No, he's a guy that he's looking over his interests. Right? He's looking over how he is going to appear to his donors. And, at this point, $2,000 clearly is not something that he feels will benefit, right? He doesn't care about the average guy. He doesn't care about the average girl, about the average woman, he doesn't care about anyone. He cares about his donors. He cares about how it makes him look for some reason with a group that he favors. And that's it. The rest of us, we can eat shit. And that's just how I feel about it. You know, if my buddy I was mentioning is watching, dude, I'm not biased. Listen, man, again, just because I don't need it, just because maybe you don't need it, it doesn't mean that there's no other people out there that genuinely need it. Can they work like he told me? Well, they should find another job. I'm not here to fix people's lives. I'm not here to tell people, you're right, go get a job. Stop being a lazy bum. There are hundreds of different scenarios, if not thousands of different scenarios for people, where maybe they're older. And like I mentioned to him, I do know someone, actually a couple people that are older, that is not that easy to get another job. That, as it is, they were barely holding on to what they had because, a lot of corporations, I will tell you that I've worked at one. I'm not going to call them out by name, they didn't hire older people because they're like, what if they fall from a pole? Oops, I said too much. Anyways, right? And they're like, no, let's go for the young kids. Let's go. And then, older gentlemen would walk in and they're like, hey, can I, it looks like you guys are hiring. And we're like, oh yeah, totally, leave your application. And then I would literally have at the time a co-manager that would do the hiring with me. He would get the application and toss it in the drawer. And it's like, oh, these were the undesirables, I think, or something like that he would call them. It was a joke at the time, but now that I'm looking, I'm like, dude, that was actually kind of shitty. That literally, oh, you look too old. You look like you have a back problem. You look like your knees are not good. You're not going to be good on a pole. Sorry. People are like, oh, a pole. Was JT a stripper? That just occurred to me. Now everybody's going to know what pole I'm talking about. No, it's not that kind of pole. But that's where his wife found him. No, stop making up stories. No, but listen, again, to my buddy, man, there's a lot of different circumstances out there. Okay, there's a lot of people that I truly believe need it. Yes, is there a lot of people that don't need it? Of course. Like the last time, by the way, when I mentioned that, it blew my mind how supposedly the government didn't know that people that had already passed away got money, that people in prison got money. It was insane, right? So yes, there are definitely a lot of there is a lot of problems with the way, money is handled in government, right? A lot of PPE loans went out to businesses that didn't even need them, right? There was that whole controversy sometime back where Harvard got money and the president's like, they should give it back. It was like, this big back and forth. So yes, what's my point? That with this, stimulus, yet again, there's going to be people that don't need it. So I'm with you on that, buddy. But again, my point of view, because I am in the middle, because I don't have a bias, is that there's a lot of people that do need this money, right? And now it's going to be $600 because McConnell is like, no, right? As you see him there, no, I need money. That's like, hey, I'm just saying, he has no money, no teeth. All right, let's move on to the next story. And for that, let's go over to one that I found interesting because allegedly Trump is very popular. He won the popular vote in this big high school that we called Life. Let me show you that real quick. Here, let me see if I can go to my screen. This one was funny. When I saw it, I'm like, oh, wow, there's going to be a lot of people that are not going to be happy. So check this out. Wait, well, hold on. Don't look at my notes. Why are you looking at my notes, dude? Oh, it's not changing on my screen. Well, that's unfortunate. Sorry, guys. I can't show it to you. For some reason, my screen is not changing. But I will say that it's a Gallup poll, okay? A Gallup poll that is showing Donald Trump as a popular person this year, beating out Obama. But don't worry, Michelle Obama was the most admired person in 2020. So I hate that I can't show you guys. For some reason, it's not updating on my software here. But here, I'll give you guys a couple pointers, highlights. 18% named Trump as most admired man, beating Barack Obama, who placed 15%. Again, this is just what's literally called a Gallup poll, right? Gallup.com does a lot of different polls, and throughout the year, right? Like Forbes this and Forbes that, just different polls. And in this particular one that they did, allegedly, currently, Trump beat out Obama by just a few percentage, and he's the most popular or admired. I'm sorry, not popular. I should say admired person, man of 2020. Again, beating out Barack Obama, Joe Biden, Dr. Anthony Fauci, and even Pope Francis, which was a little bit of a shock there. Again, Michelle Obama in the woman category was the most admired, followed by Kamala Harris, Melania Trump, Oprah Winfrey, and Angela Merkel. So those were interesting. Again, it's just something to chuckle over. I know a lot of people are going to be like, BS, no way he's popular, no way he's this. But we got to look at it from this stance, all right? I think losing to a certain extent kind of made Trump a martyr. I've seen a lot of different comments and posts out there right now where they have literally placed Trump in this like weird, like, oh, he lost. Like, poor guy. It must be horrible to lose because, he is the first president, like I think in like the last 3 that hasn't been reelected. Right? There's again that meme where I don't know how that was Photoshop or a real photo, but Barack, Bill, and Bush all took like a selfie, and then someone put like a mean, it sounded mean, quote in the bottom saying like to Trump, what up, the B word, one-term president. So it was like, oh damn. So it kind of made Trump into a martyr. Right? It's like poor Trump. So maybe that's another reason why he's popular now. Also, he's coming out now to be the champ of the people and be like, oh, we need to give him $2,000. So a lot of people are like, that guy wasn't that bad. Right? So anyways, I found that very interesting. Curious, if anything, right? That Trump would be right there now with Michelle, being that Obama has won, according to this Gallup poll, continuously for a few years now. All right. And with that, let me leave you guys with just a few words. And that is that I, appreciate everyone that has taken time out of your life to watch this show. Everyone that has subscribed to the channel on YouTube, that have downloaded the podcast on any of the platforms, that has taken time to watch any of these lives now that I muss up to or build up the cojones to do it because I was a little intimidated, I'm not gonna lie. And just overall supported the show. I see it every single time, we post something that, our team does. And, there's like likes and comments. It touches my heart and I really appreciate it. And it's something that I think I won't be able to forget ever, no matter how many years go by, because I know for a fact I'm going to be doing this for a while. And as more and more people come along, I'm going to always remember those people, right, that were here at the beginning, that were here and supported the journey, because I think that's what matters the most, right? Not any gift, not anything that anybody can buy from our merch, any of that. No, I mean, that's also nice, but really it's just a support, right? The support of watching, the support of liking, of commenting, all that. I mean, I can never repay any of that, right? Especially now, again, at the beginning when we're just doing this, right? When we're just starting. And with that, I want to thank publicly on this live my entire staff. Everyone from Summer Horizon Solutions that works on different projects to everybody that works on Sanyo Tijuana, and of course the JTH show, right? I said it earlier on a post, and I'll say here again, I couldn't do anything of what I do without them. I don't want to leave anybody out, but you know who you are. Obviously, we have. I don't want to name drop because I'm gonna be like, you name drop me. So everyone. You know who you are. You know how much I appreciate you. You know how close you are to my heart. Thank you. Thank you for everything that you do for the show. Thank you for putting things together. And with that, let me also give you guys a little bit of updates. And that is that starting in 2021, the team and I are prepping to put together a show that's going to be a little bit more entertaining. That is not just going to be JT. We're going to try. We actually tried today a couple of tests. They went okay. Right, guys? And we'll see where it goes, right? We're going to try to make it more entertaining for you guys. We're still going to bring news. We're still going to bring updates, current events, what is happening in the world. But I'm working really hard in making this entertaining, not only valuable, but entertaining for everybody, right? It's technically my first year, and it's going to be one, it has been one that taught us a lot. And I can't wait for 2021. And I can't wait, man, to one day we're like, damn, 10 years ago, do you remember this? It'll be really great. It'll be really fun. Really, really fun. And with that, yeah, I mean, that's all I can really say. So thank you. I hope you guys have a safe, New Year's. Please be safe. We're almost done with this 2020. Let's see what 2021 holds for all of us. Be safe out there. Take care of your loved ones. Take care of yourself. And until next year. See ya.